Okay guys, welcome to the Beers of Sigmar Tale of Five Gamers, my first month, Wilsies. First of all, I'd like to thank the great artist, Lady Witchfox Art, who designed some new custom artwork for the channel, which looks fantastic, so check her out on Twitter. Also remember to like, subscribe, like you smash those beers. So, looking at my first month, so I got a good start on it. I picked the Kruelboyz. The main reason I picked Kruelboyz is Orc War Clans is probably equal with Slaves as my favourite army book. And when the new models released, I was really excited for them, so I thought I'll chuck myself into them and make them my next 12 months of gaming experience. So what better way than a tale of five to get one painted up quickly. My painting is not to a high standard, or it's just a pretty basic scheme. I just want to get them out quickly, so you know, no judgment please. But yeah, so let's look at the list I picked for the first month. It's so it's big war because there's no book out yet. Don't worry about the strategy and triumphs. I just picked something. I did play a game, but it's not that important yet. So I just picked the Swamp Caller Shaman. Yeah, pick some artifacts and whatever. 10 Gutrippers and 3 Man-Secure Bolt Boys to paint up first. I feel like the Bolt Boys are going to be in most lists, especially after the recent release of rules where they can be battle line. So I think units of 9 are going to be very common. And I love the Gutripper models. The Shaman is going to be in all those lists too, giving out the 5s do mortal wound damage. So yeah, I thought it's best just to get the things that will be in competitive lists done quickly. And yeah, so that's the first month I've decided to do. So let's look at the paints I used. So for the armor and the shields, on the box arts are red, which I do quite like red, but I didn't really feel like it fitted the swamp theme. So I decided to go blues, and I used the scale color range. These are my favourite paints with Chimera, the artist range in particular, because they just don't need to be mixed. They're perfect. So I used these for the blue, and I think they turned out fairly well. For a lot of the other stuff, I used pretty basic things. Like the skin, I used Castellan Green as the base, and went up to Strachan Green, and then Nurgling as the final highlight. The robes are just Rhinoxide, and then Mournfang Brown, and then a mix of Mournfang and Pallid Witch Flesh just for the final highlight. Bit like tattered robes. The bases are just this Thick Mud. Put some Orc Flesh contrast in blots as like a swampy look, and then I've also got some tufts and flower look, tufts on there, which maybe in the next month I'll put up where I got them from. So these are the Gutrippers. I think they've turned out okay. I tried to do like I originally wanted to do Lord of the Rings. They give me Lord of the Rings vibes, so I want to do a Lord of the Rings theme. But I think so I did the white hand still. I think it turned out okay, not great for a first attempt, just freehand, but see how I go going forward. So yeah, you can see the blues just sort of built up to the turquoise on the edges. The only other things I did, I used some silver blades, and then I just did some Agrax and some Moot Green and some Nurgle's Rot, just to give them a bit of a look of poison on the weapons. So yeah, I think they've turned out okay. I mean, again, this is pretty quick painted. I've painted them in about 3 or 4 days just to get them done for the channel. This is the Swamp Caller Shaman. Some paints I didn't say that I used. I just based the basic way to paint bone, just with Xandri Dust, Green Skull, and Ushabti Bone. pretty fair, and just a bit of a wash as well. Agrax Earthshade, so that, you know, pretty basic, turned out alright. And then the pink slimy goop in the pot, that's done with just the Chimera paint, the magenta, and then just mixing it up with white slowly to get to the highlight. Just a bit of pop of difference. So it's turned out okay. And then the Mansfield Bolt Boys, same as the Gutripper scheme, pretty basic, painted pretty quick. Yeah, these aren't winning painting awards, but I'll be able to get them playing in events once we can get back to events. Which in Australia at the moment it's up in the air, you know, with the rolling lockdowns, but do what we can. What's next for my list? Well, I don't know if anyone heard, in Australia, in Sydney, the headquarters has been shut down, so we're not sure if we're going to get any of the Kruelboyz when they release in August, because, you know, the warehouse has been shut down. So I've had to decide to paint 10 more Gutrippers, 3 more Bolt Boys, and I'll probably paint up the big boy on Beastie. That or just another Shaman. Because I basically want to just do the monsters, so I'll paint up the big Beastie from the Dominion box, and then he'll be the first one dropped, you know, when the Wyvern or the Vulture drops, and see how that goes. But yeah, so I hope they like the first month of my Tale of 5. I'll quickly say I did play one game. I played one game against Wayne and his Fire Slayers, which he should have a video up soon of them. They look really nice. Yeah, 500 points when you say he basically picked run and charge with his Fire Slayers and charged straight in and killed everything. So it's hard to really judge. The Bolt guys were good. They, on 5s, doing 2 mortal wounds seemed really nice. So a unit of 9 is going to be pretty filthy to pick up heroes. And the Gutrippers are harder to kill than you think with the 2 wounds and the -1 to hit. So yeah, I think there's going to be some play, but yeah, wait for the book and hold my judgment till then. But anyway, hope you enjoyed my very, very short video for my Tale of 5, and hit the like, hit subscribes, like you hit those beers, lads. Catch you later.